it's Anna, and today I wanted to do a first impressions with Deysi Dangerous Highlight Palette by Morphe. Now when you first get it, it comes in a box like this, which is really awesome because it's super holographic. I wish the actual packaging of the makeup is like this. A lot of companies do this though, like Makeup Geek, the package it comes in is very fancy, but then the actual makeup packaging is kind of just their regular old packaging, which kind of makes me sad. I wish that they would change the packaging for certain launches. I think it'd be really cool. But anyways, the box it comes in is pretty darn cool. On the back, it has a little word from Deysi and a picture of her right there. This is what you actually get, is this palette right here. It's very thin. It's just cheap kind of plastic packaging. Now, this is a lot smaller than I thought it would be based off of pictures. I don't know why I thought it would be bigger, just because in pictures it seems bigger, so it's actually pretty small. Like, it's the size of my hand. Like, I'll compare it to some other palettes for you guys that are really popular. Here's the Jaclyn and Becca Hill face palette. Now it is bigger, but it is a whole lot thinner, so that kind of just gives you an idea of how big this palette is. You are getting 9 shades in this palette. There are 2 mattes and the rest are shimmers. But you open it up, again the packaging is really cheap, but I don't mind that because I think $25 for all of these highlights is a really good deal. So you have these 2 matte shades right here. You have a kind of peachy one and you have a yellow one. And you can use this to either set your under eyes or if you like just matte highlight. These are actually really pigmented. I tested the peach one today under my eye and it was really, really pigmented and it felt really good. So I'm going to post pictures of these later, but I will swatch them for you as well. They feel so soft. There they are. And they are very pigmented. Do you see that? Very pigmented. So the 2 mattes, in my opinion, are very smooth and very buttery and pigmented. The next shade in the top row you get is this white gold highlighter color. It is such a beautiful color. It doesn't look like much when you swatch it, but if you actually blend it out on the cheeks, it is intense and golden. There it is. This one's probably one of my favorite colors. It's very pretty. Next you have your rows of pinks, which I was really excited for. This first shade is very interesting and I wanted to try it first just because it looked, when I swatched it, the least metallic out of all the other colors. So I put this on my cheekbones first just to see what it looked like on its own. It definitely is a very, very subtle color. It's like a your skin tone with some hints of pink in it, so it'd be very wearable for work or school, but it's just a very interesting color. It's like a tan with a pink shift. It's kind of cool. I don't have anything like it. And like I said, it's very subtle. Some of these are not like your high intense metallic shades, so if you're looking for all metallics, this isn't gonna be it. The next shade is this really light pink. This one I didn't try very, very much, but when you swatch them on your fingers, they look kind of like chalky because there's a lot of pigment there, but once you blend it out, you really start seeing the actual sheen. Like, you kind of have to blend it out, but if you just swatch it, it doesn't look as pretty. So there it is. I haven't really tested this one out too much yet, but I'm excited to. It looks really pretty. And then the last one, you have the darkest pink shade right here, which is what I'm wearing today. And let me swatch that for you. This one also reminds me almost of the other Pat McGrath color, the pink one that they came out with. So it's like you have kind of like the golden one and the pink one in this palette, but for way less the price. So here's this one. And there's that one right there. So it's a darker pink than the other pink. Kind of more purpley. There it is. Really pretty. These are definitely a little bit more subtle as well, so if you want to build it up, I would highly suggest you wet your brush first because then it will become much more metallic. And these bottom 3 shades are the shades that everyone was raving about, or most excited about, I should say. So you have this color, which is kind of like a champagne-y gold type color. And these ones do feel, I think, a little bit more creamy, but these ones are kind of like your more highlighter colors that everyone's kind of used to seeing, I guess I should say. I'm running out of room. Okay, so where can I swatch you? Okay, we're gonna go onto my wrist. So there's that shade. I haven't tried these out, but I mean, I can tell they're gonna be gorgeous. And then the next shade you get is right here. It's a little bit deeper. And there that is. I'm gonna post a picture later that I had already taken. So these two shades are really similar to Precious Petals by Wet n Wild, and the last shade is pretty much an exact dupe for Crown of My Canopy by Wet n Wild. So I will swatch some of those side by side later for you, but the last shade is just this really beautiful kind of copper rose gold type shade. So there that is. So I think that it's so worth the $25, even though these ones are your more metallic, the bottom three, and the rest are a little bit more subtle. Well, I'd say though that this really light gold that I first swatched next to the mattes, that one's pretty metallic too. It's more of the pinks that are a little bit more subtle, and that I would suggest you use a wet brush if you really want a metallic look. But for $25, I think this is really worth it. It's really pretty. It lets you kind of play around with different colors on your skin tone to see if you like it. Like I said, this copper shade is really similar to Crown of My Canopy. So I'm going to swatch that on the other side of my wrist. So there's that color. And here is Wet n Wild's Crown of My Canopy. Now these were limited edition. You can still get it with like their fall collection right now if you order the whole fall collection online. But I don't know if that's even still available. But these are very pretty. So not exact, but really, really close. Very similar. So if you wanted to get Crown of My Canopy and you're unable to find it, this is a really good alternative. Let's see, what else? Oh, I want to swatch Precious Petals because this is the one that everyone raves about. So there that is. We're going to swatch Precious Petals. So Precious Petals is so much lighter than Crown of My Canopy. Let's see. So I'm going to try swatching this center shade next to Precious Petals. And it is not the same. Precious Petals has more pink to it, whereas this one has more golden to it. I would say get it if you're kind of like, ooh, I like these couple of colors, I'd get it, because I think you're really going to be more impressed with this palette than you think you are. That's just my personal opinion. I was really impressed. I was iffy. I was on the edge of getting it just because everyone just kept talking about those three shades like they were the only good shades. Let me know if you guys are going to pick up this palette down below. Again, if you are, don't forget to use your code DANGER, or there are other YouTubers that have their own codes to save some money, but again, it did save me like $2 and some change. So shipping was really fast. It got here within the week that I ordered it, so I was really impressed. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and you guys have a great day.